Hi everyone, and welcome to this short and sweet somatic yoga practice for whenever you feel anxious, overwhelmed or restless. Let's begin laying on our mats. Come and find a comfortable position laying on your back. Make sure your spine is flat on the mats and your feet are tilted up facing the mats, placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart or your ribs. Close your eyes if you feel safe, otherwise gaze upwards. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 4 counts. Exhale for 6 counts. Inhale for 4 through the nose. Exhale for 6 through the mouth. Continue breathing in this 4 and 6 countable and inviting little sways with your knees. Loosening up the lower back, place where we hold lots of tension. Gently letting go of the breathing and coming back to center. And gently inviting these gentle tilts of our spine. Exhale, release. Feel free to place your hands at your lower abdomen, inhaling, tilting the lower spine, exhaling, letting go and release. The hips are a place where anxiety is stored, where tension is held, and where we can find some space to bringing some love to our hips. Beautiful. 2 more like these. Gently in your own time, coming up and meeting in tabletop. Whenever you're here, we're connecting our breath with our movement and kind of moving like in a cat-cow, but then more active and more intuitive. So whenever you inhale, you look up and open your chest, Moving forward and exhaling, rounding the back and actually sinking all the way down to your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Moving like a wave, connecting to our breath. It's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. So also feel free to include some rolls. Whatever feels good for you here. And then coming back to neutral. Moving into this active thread the needle. So whenever we inhale, lifting up and opening the chest. Exhaling, bringing the arm underneath the other armpit and threading the needle. But instead of staying here, coming back up again. Inhale, exhale, threading the needle. One more like this. And changing sides. Quickly needing to fix the micro. Moving on to the other side. Inhaling, lifting the other arm. Exhaling, threading the needle. Coming back up. Inhale. Open the chest. Open the side body. Exhale, thread the needle. One more like this. Beautiful. Coming back into tabletop and placing the hands right underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Tucking your toes and coming into bear, hovering the knees above the mat, a couple of inches. And including these forward and backward sways, activating the core and the arms, staying here for only 2 breaths. And then letting go and releasing. Coming back to child's pose and feeling the effects. Relaxing the arms, the head is heavy, and the hips are soft. Your breath is deep. Slowly and gently coming back up. And placing the left foot in between your hands, coming into low lunge. Checking your alignment here, making sure your knee is underneath, your heel is underneath your knee. Your hips are aligned and not tilted. Then we inhale, we bring our arms up and over our head. We circle and coming into this half split, extending the knee, the leg. And inhale, coming back into low lunge and circling the arms up. Cactus arms, open the chest, open the hips. Exhale, half split, arms come down. Moving with our breath in our own time. You can move slower or faster, whatever suits you best, whatever feels good for you. Tuning inwards. Our goal here is to connect the breath with the movement, stepping out of the flight mode, coming into the rest mode by connecting to the breath, stimulating the vagus nerve, and creating surrounding for our body, our mind, that we feel safe. This active movement here feels good for whenever we feel anxious, because sitting still can then be difficult. 2 more like these. And then stepping back and changing sides, stepping the right foot in between your hands, checking your alignment one more time. And then inhale, bringing the arms up and over, cactus arms. Exhale, half split, arms come down. Same movement and breath as we did on the other side. Two more like these. And then coming back and stepping the foot back into tabletop. Whitening the knees one more time. And sinking our hips back to our heels. Walking our hands forward and coming into child's pose. Closing our eyes here. And releasing the lower back, the hips. Staying for one breath. Before we meet into a wild-legged position. So come on to the middle of your mat and spread your legs wide. Making sure you're sitting on your sit bones and not behind them. So making sure you're lifted, your spine is lengthened. Inhaling, lengthen the spine. And exhaling, trying to walk yourself forward. Opening the hips here. And letting gravity do its work. It's not about how deep you can go, it's about what you feel. And whenever emotions arise, that's possible, then let them go. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. From here we will include the lion's breath. So how are we going to do that? We inhale deeply. And whenever we exhale, we look up to our third eye and we tuck our tongue out and breathe rapidly out like this. Inhale. Exhale. Creating this sound. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more like these. One more. Beautiful. Gently feeling and walking yourself back up. And coming back onto our back, laying down. And closing the knees and opening the feet mat width apart. Placing your hands back onto your lower belly. And then gently swaying from left to right. Feeling your hands gently rubbing your belly naturally through the movement. Feeling your feet flat on the mat. And feeling your body heavy and supported by the mat. Feel free to close your eyes here. And if you like the movement, then you can stay here. And if you want to come into more stillness, then let go of the movement and finding stillness. Feeling your hands on your belly. Feeling your head heavy on the mat. And your breath is slow and deep, but not controlled. Fully natural. If you want to stay here, stay for a little longer and pause the video. Otherwise, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rubbing your belly one more time. Maybe bringing your knees into the chest, giving your legs a little rub. And then gently rolling back up, coming into the center of the mat. Keeping your eyes closed for a second. Placing your hands onto your heart. Or in Anjali Mudra, in front of your heart. Gently bowing down in front of you. And thanking yourself for taking the time to not give in to this anxiety, but to release it. Your body is precious, so let's take care of our body together. Beautiful. Gently open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed this practice, this flow, and take care, and I see you next time.